Okay, so we're going to talk quickly about an alternative to guessing and checking, since that one is kind of driving everyone crazy. So we're going to take this problem, 8m squared plus 13m minus 6. Now, I'm going to over-exaggerate this because I already know the answer. And if you watch the other video, you already know the answer yourself. But basically, this can be 1 and 8, 2 and 4, 1 and 6, 2 and 3. And guessing and checking, the part that everybody gets frustrated with is that it can take a long time. It's like playing the lottery. Sometimes you'll get it the first time, and sometimes it might take you a bunch of tries. So I'm going to over-exaggerate this and do it the wrong way. So I'm going to try 2 and 4 first. And when I do 2 and 4, I'm going to try it with 2 and 3. So I'll put 2 here and 3 here. And remember, I'm looking for a difference of 13. So this is 8, this is 6, 8 minus 6 is not 13. So let's try 3 and 2. 3 times 4 is 12, 2 times 2 is 4, that does not equal 13. 12 minus 4 is 8. So obviously 2 and 4 does not work with 2 and 3. So let's try 1 and 6. 1 times 4 is 4. 2 times 6 is 12. 12 minus 4 is 8. Still not enough. So let's try 6 and 1. 6 times 4 is 24. That sounds better. 1 times 2 is 2. And that gives us 22. So that was closer, but not right. So it's not 2 and 4. So for sure, because it didn't work with any of the factors of 6. So let's try now 8 and 1. I want to keep 6 and 1 up there and try that. So 6 times 1 is 6, 8 times 1 is 8. Well, 8 minus 6 is not 13. So it's not 6 and 1. Let's try 1 and 6. Well, that's 1. That's 48. Whoa, that's way too big. So it's not 1 and 8 with 1 and 6. So it must be with the 2 and the 3. I know it's got to be 2 and 3. It's the only thing left. 2 times 1 is 2. 8 times 3 is 24. And oh, I got 22 again. So there's only one combination left. Let's hope it worked. And that's 3 and 2. 3 times 1 is 3. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 minus 3 is 13. Yes! Finally got it after all those tries. Now I just got to figure out the signs. I want positive, so 16 is positive. That comes from 8 times 2. Negative. My answer is 8m minus 3 times 1m, or just plain m, plus 2. And I can FOIL that and check it, and it works out. I understand the frustration with guess and check. Guess and check can be time consuming. It's not difficult. It's not hard. It just takes time. And sometimes you guess it the right way the first time. So let's talk about maybe a better way or another way of doing it that requires less guessing and checking. So I'm going to show you a couple alternatives. First, I'm going to teach you the x factor, or the ABC method. So this is ax squared plus bx plus c. So I want to identify a as 8, b as 13, and c as negative 6. Up here you put a times c, and down here you put b. So this is going to be negative 48, and this is going to be 13. In these two spots, I need two numbers that multiply to give me 48, negative 48, that differ by 13. Okay? So you think about the numbers that give you 48. 1 and 48. 2 and 24. 3 and 8, 4 and 6. Of course, it would help if I actually knew my math facts. I started doing 24 and I apologize. It's 3 times 16, 4 times 12, and 6 times 8. See, these things happen. And I'll just be honest with you, I actually just had to hit pause and sit there and stare at the board and see what I did wrong, because I know it works, but I made a mistake. Because none of those numbers I had up there had a difference of 13. Well, now it does. They do, and it's right here, 3 and 16. So I put 3 and 16. Now, the nice thing about this method is it works out to work the same way as the grouping method that everybody is pretty comfortable with. So watch what happens. I'm going to rewrite my original equation, 8m squared minus 6, but instead of writing 13m, I'm going to write in two parts. Negative 16m plus 3m. Now notice, right here, this is, how about I do it correctly? I'm just having a day. Minus 3m. Because I want a positive 13m. I'm rewriting it. 16 minus 3m is 13m. Now I'm going to do my grouping method. And I'm going to get greedy and say, what can I take out of here? 8m. m plus 2, which I need this to be m plus 2. So what do I need to take out? A minus 3. Are my two parentheses the same? Yes, they are. Hook them up. 8m minus 3 times m plus 2. And there I have it, factored completely. Okay? So, a little more organized, less guessing and checking. You find the numbers a little more quickly. So let's go back and find another one that had some numbers that gave people a run for their money. How about this one? Number 9. 6x squared, 31x, 35. 6, 31, 35. 6x squared, 31x, 35. And you can get big numbers with this method sometimes, but that's okay. You have calculators. 6, 31, 35. A times C, 35 times 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 3 is 18. That's 210. And the two numbers have to add up to 31. Okay? So what we need here is two numbers that add up to 31 that multiply to give me 210. Now you can take your calculator, and here's the time-consuming part, but with the calculator it's a lot easier than guessing and check. Just start dividing. 1 times 210, 2 times 105, and so forth. And you could go on down like that and use your calculator and divide it into 210 until you find two numbers that add up. So, real quickly, 3 goes in 70 times. 4 does not go in evenly. 5 goes in 40, I'm doing this without a calculator, 42 times. 6, since 2 and 3 work, 6 does go in. 6 goes in, 3 is 18, 30, that'd be 35. 7 goes in 30 times. Just look, these do not add up to 31 yet. 8 does not go in, 9 does not go in, 10, 21. And we can stop right there because there's our two numbers. And once again, it may seem time consuming, but this part you can just use a calculator for, so it's still going to be faster than guess and check sometimes. So I rewrite my equation, 6x squared plus 31x, busted up into 10x and 21x plus 35. And really, this is just going the opposite of foiling, because remember, when you FOIL, you get your inner and outer terms. These are your inner and outer terms. Here's your first and your last. So this is just the opposite of foiling. Now I get greedy. 2x, 3x plus 5. I need this to be 3x plus 5. And so what can I take out? I'm going to divide by 7. Hook them up. 2x plus 7 times 3x plus 5. And that's my answer. And once you get used to it, this will be faster than guessing and checking.